And we're back with another episode of Successful Marketing, Sales, and Relationships for Small Business Owners and Entrepreneurs. I am your host, Sadon Long, and this time of year, people raise their price. And one of the things that I'm always having conversations about when I am, consulting with clients or either doing marketing work for clients is how do we make more money? And typically, it is my experience that most people are either undercharging, drastically, severely undercharging, or they have these really lofty visions of what they should be charging and they don't live up to it. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to show you, teach you, and give you some insight on how to raise your prices without losing customers and at the same time still be making sales. So step one today, the first step is simply you want to start letting people know. Okay. When it comes to raising your price, you want to give people a runway. Okay. And the reason you want to give them a runway is so that they have time to purchase your items. So let's just say the price is going to go up on December 1st. What you want to do is you want to start telling people way back in September, hey, the price is going up December 1st. You want to treat it like a sale. Like more times than not, when the sale's coming, people know it's going to be lowest price of the season. People know that Black Friday's coming up, so you want to treat a price change the same way. You want to promote it, you want to hype it, you want to let people know it's coming. Now, the reason you want to let people know it's coming, the reason you want to give them a runway is so that A, it gives them time to purchase. B, it gives you a second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth opportunity to reach out to your customers and stay top of mind. So now you could keep reaching out to them every 3 or 4 days, every week, saying, hey, don't forget, the price is going up December 1st. So now, here's what you do with that information. You actually start running a get it at this price sale. Okay. So the second step after just letting people know, setting a date, setting a hard date, and letting them know that the price is going to go up. The second thing you want to do is run a get it at this price sale. So you don't just want to let them know the price is going up. You want to actually put together a marketing campaign, put together an email campaign, and that's just simply putting together 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them in a row to let people know. You don't have to, it's nothing complicated about a campaign. It's just literally, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is how many times we're going to do it. This is what we're going to say in each one. And then put them out. Okay. So you want to tell people, hey, here's your chance to get it at this price. Okay. And the closer you get to it, you want to do a countdown. 30 days till price change. This is your last opportunity to get it at this price. You only have 30 days to get it at this price. We are approaching whatever the date is, and you just want to give them a ticker. So now, not only do they know, hey, price is going up December 1st, but they also know that I only have so many days to get it at this price. Okay. So, and ideally, when you're putting together your emails, here's an extra little bonus when you're putting together emails when you do a price change. Okay. You want to put the lower price second. Never put the lower price first. You want to put the lower price second. The reason is the new price always seems larger, so it makes the old price seem smaller. New price, larger, old price always seems smaller. So, an example, if my new price is going to be $9,047, and my old price is $599. See how different the two sound? One sounds enormous, and the other one doesn't sound that bad. Okay, so when you're putting together your emails, you want to make sure that you put that bigger number first. Okay. And anytime you're using numbers, you want to put the bigger number, the number that you don't want them to spend, higher in the email, and the number you do want them to spend lower. Any numbers in general, you want to do the same thing with. So if there's example, millions of people have bought this product in the past, but right now, you and 10 other people have an opportunity that no one else has. See how much smaller that number seems than that 10 million number? So that's an additional bonus. So when you're putting it together, always put the new price that is larger higher. Okay. So again, back to the emails and back to the sequencing of it all. You want to do a countdown all the way up to the new price. Okay. Matter of fact, you can even have a sale off the old price. Because again, we're doing it 90 days out. We're doing it 100 days out. So you could even run some lowest price of the season, lowest price this will ever be sales. Okay, let me repeat that. There are two sales that you can run when you are raising your price. You can run a lowest price of the season or a lowest price this will ever be. Okay, because if we're now going up from $599 to $989, okay, the lowest this will ever be is whatever it is right now, plus whatever the sale price is. So you'll never be able to get this program. You'll never be able to get this jacket. You'll never be able to get this car. You'll never be able to get this lotion or whatever you sell cheaper than it is right now. And then you put that same counter on it. Okay. So as you continue to raise your price, you're driving people to your business by allowing them to be top of mind because you keep reaching out to them, reminding them that the price is going up. But then also at the same time, you're actually driving sales currently at your old price for the next 90 days. So when I did this with a client, and I honestly, I just kind of stumbled into it and raising the price and letting people know, like, hey, man, the price is going down, you know. And when we first did it, it was like, oh, wow, man, we had a good sales week. That's interesting. Let's take another look at that. And then what I started realizing is that because the price was going to go up, now people who had been sitting on the fence, people who were thinking about it, were now forced to do something about it. One more time. What I realized and found out was that people who were thinking about it were now forced to do something about it. So what happened is I created urgency for customers who were on the fence, customers who were maybe saying, well, next month or next year or a couple of months from now, to now get it before it was gone. So there were two marketing tactics that I used at the same time. I used the scarcity, which is, hey, this is going to go away. There's no longer going to be any more of these. And then I use the idea that, hey, if I show you the bigger number, then I show you the smaller number. And then if I put the sale price after that, then it makes it look even better. So we gave you something you can use in the email, and we gave you a way that you can set up your email campaign so that you can actually raise your price and get a whole bunch of sales along the journey. So again, it makes it hard for people to refuse to give you the money if they really want to give it to you, because, man, this is the lowest it'll ever be. So now you're really making them an offer they can't refuse. And then the cool thing is that the closer you get to the date it goes up, the more urgency you create. 5 days left, 4 days left, 12 hours left. And what you'll see is, because you've been reaching out consistently for the last 90 to 100 days, is that by the time you get to the last hours, that cart is just wide open and flying, because people realize that, hey, man, this thing is literally going to go away. And depending on how your program or business or inventory is structured, you can literally start to count down the number of seats you have left at this price. We only have 4 spots left at the old price. We only have 3 spots left at the old price. So if you're someone who does coaching or training or therapy or massage or any of those things, and you only can take 5 to 6 people a day, the closer you get to the end of the old price, you literally could just start checking them off. Like, hey, man, get these spots before they go away, because they'll never be this cheap again. So again, first and foremost, you just want to give people a runway. Give them enough time to know that the price is going up so that they can make whatever adjustments financially they need to make. Then you want to use the fact that the price is going up as a way to stay top of mind with them by continuing to reach out and remind them and let them know and use it as a ticker to let them know that that time is coming to an end very soon. Then you want to run a sale at your old price, either being the last, either being lowest price of the season or lowest price it'll ever be. I saw somebody running something the other day. They were running a 50% off if you buy today, which uses that same scarcity method. And they were able to then transfer whatever they bought today into 2024, which I thought was really cool too. Just a side note, I thought of that as I was having the conversation with you guys this morning. So, but again, it is another opportunity to stay top of mind. And the reason you want to stay top of mind is because you have competition. There are 5, 6, 7 other boutiques probably within 30 miles of you. There's probably however many liquor stores, however many, whatever you do in your, local area. Shout out to Robin. Thank you for joining in again with us, Robin. But there's probably, some other trainers out there. So being top of mind gives your customers a chance to figure it out. And when they do figure it out and they are ready to make a decision, you're the one that they think of. You're the one that they've been seeing. You're the one that they've been talking to. Again, it's like cats and milk. If you put out the milk, the cat's going to come. And every day after that, even if the milk is not there, the cat is going to come to see if the milk is there. So again, if you continue to reach out to your customers and you continue to remind them and teach them things in each and every one of these, and then just on the end of it and say, oh, by the way, there's only 15 more days left. And then at some point you could literally just reach out to them and tell them over and over again, there's only so many days left. Okay. So again, we got the new year starting. So if your plan is to raise your price in the new year, this is the time to start. Maybe you should have started 2 months ago, but if you didn't, you can start to put together your plan and your process, and maybe you hold off from running the price up until February. You could almost really just say, hey, man, I know a lot of people are raising their prices, but because I love my customers, I'm going to give them an extra 30 days at the old price. Which is an adjustment to what we've been doing, but it is an adjustment that may work if you're getting a late start. Because now, when everybody else's prices is going up, your prices will actually be what they were before. So you won't actually lose any money. And it may help drive sales. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have any sales, it's really kind of hard to stay in business. I mean, grants are cool. Investors are great, but investors expect their money back. And at some point, grants run out, and the people who give you the grants actually do expect you to turn a profit and do something with it, because what they're doing is they're investing in the story. When they give out a grant, the idea is that at some point, you're going to do something successful that makes them look good. So if you do get a grant from wherever you get it from, at some point they want to hold, a dinner, and they want to hold a luncheon, and they want to take a picture with you and say, well, here's the person we invested in. See, look how good we are. Look how great we are. Now give us some more money. But if there are never any people who are successful, then it's really hard for the foundations to keep giving money. So again, not only do you want to be successful for your family and the people you love and people you are in charge of taking care of and protecting as an adult, as a parent, as a business owner, but you also want to be able to do the very best that you can to turn a profit for the foundations who've loaned you this money, whether it be through SBA or any of the other 3 letters, MBA. I can never remember them all off the top of my head, but yeah, WBA, SBA, small business, women's business. Yeah, you go look them up. But yeah, you know what I mean. So again, part of the thing with getting money is that they want to have a good story to tell, because stories are what drives donations. The fact that they took a failing business and helped turn it into a positive business is what drives the donations for them. So they need to have good stories. So they want to invest in businesses that succeed. So if you are a business that is succeeding, it is a lot easier to get funding. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but if you are a business that is successful, it is a lot easier to get funding. Now, where we oftentimes get a little bit upset and confused is the businesses who are failing are like, well, we're the ones who really need the money. Why would they give it to them? Well, the reason they gave it to them is because they were able to then create a great story with their success. They were able to come out to the store. They were able to interview them. They were able to promote them as their poster child for the reason that donors need to keep giving money. So there's an added incentive, which is the reason I brought that up. There's an added incentive because I know a lot of people are trying to get funding. So there's an added incentive to get sales because getting sales is going to help you get funding. If you're making money, it's a lot easier to get an investor to invest. It's a lot easier to get a foundation to invest. So we want to help you make money for the specific reason of getting more money. Because if you have more money, then you're able to expand. If you have a bigger brand and you have more cachet, because now you're more successful and you've been able to take the money you're making and reinvest it in you and in the business, then it is a lot easier to partner with other people. Especially if you've been list building. Because all this stuff that I've been talking about this morning, it's on steroids when you got a list. When you got a list and you've been taking people's names and numbers for the last 3 years and you tell them the price is about to go up, now all of those people, they already know, like, and trust you. So the opportunity for them to get it at a great price, super beneficial to them and super beneficial to you. And if you're working the second steps and third steps of what I teach, which is to get referrals, now you're able to not only get it at that price, but you're able to get a referral from somebody who has a sense of urgency. Because they know the price is going up. So when they give you a referral, it's like, hey, man, I told them that they needed to get with you by next week because the price is going up. So not only are they pre-sold, but they are already ready to buy because they know that they don't have a choice because the price is going up. And the cool thing is, even when your price goes up, guess what? You've gotten so many referrals, you've created so many success stories, and you've done so much business that the price going up doesn't even matter because the value of your brand has been raised by all the success you've had over the last 100 days. It's that simple. Start, give them a runway. That way they know it's coming. Keep reaching out to them. And in your emails and in your posts and in your texts and everything, you just keep counting down that the price is going down. And then when you run a sale, you run a special, make it lowest price of the season and or lowest price this will ever be. Then you couple that and you stack it with, hey, this is how many we have left. So now you just stack all this stuff on top of each other. And then as you get closer and closer to it, 5 days left, 3 days left, 4 days left, 12 days left. And every time you get a sale, make sure that you are trying to get referrals so that you can then get those sales as well. Now, mathematically, you're not losing a dime, because the price is going to go up at some point anyway. Now, what you are doing is you're not wasting the time between you deciding to raise your price and when your price goes up. So you're making the most of the time between the two, which is then going to give you more on-hand capital, which is going to then give you a good quarter. So when you do say, hey, I'm looking for some investors, or I'm looking to partner with somebody, or you find out there's a sponsorship opportunity, because you've had such a great quarter, then you can go to those people and really document or lay out what you've documented, which is, this is how many people we had when the quarter started. This is how many people we added. This is how many sales we got. This is the direction we're trending. So now when somebody's sitting across from you, all they see is growth. Okay. So now because they see growth, it gives them the perception that it's not going to end because you've been doing it for the last 90 days, which is going to then improve your chances of getting money. Now, let me be clear. I can't make anybody give you a dime. However, in my journey over the last decade or so, I've sat down with people who run banks. I've sat down with people who are angel investors. I've sat down with people who do sponsorships. I've sat down with a ton of CEOs. And the one thing that everybody wants to do is invest in a winner. So if you're winning, the chances of someone investing in you are significantly higher. Okay? Even if you're only doing thousands, the idea is that if I gave you more money, you could, instead of doing thousands, do tens of thousands. Kind of like, in the Bible where it says one lets loose 1,000, but two sets loose 10,000. So if we partnered up, if we coupled up, that it would actually explode what we do. And it's a lot easier to sit across from somebody and not be nervous when you got documentation proving what you've been able to do, not just talking about what you would do if somebody gave you some money. Now, I don't want to discourage anybody from filling out the grant paperwork. I don't want to discourage anybody from trying to get a bank loan or meet with an angel investor. That's not what I want to do. What I want to do is show you how to come into the situation and be able to get the best deal possible. Because it has been my experience, again, and actually sitting down with the people who give the money, that the amount of money they're willing to invest is significantly higher when you have a proven track record of generating money. It is significantly higher. Now, where I've seen a lot of people get 5,000, I've seen people with sales get 3 times that, from small angel investors. Well, I've seen people go into the bank and not to have a cash contribution is when people are already making money. People want to give you money when you're making money. So one of the things that I teach and advise and coach my clients on is how to make money prior to going to the bank. So again, if you want to raise the price at the end of the year, I would say start now, letting people know, and then I would probably do what I said before, which is push it off to February to give yourself another 30 days of runway. And while everybody else's price is going up, you can then talk about the fact that everybody else's prices is going up, but mine are still the same. So maybe you can take advantage of being a little bit cheaper as well, which will give you an added advantage. Okay. But again, you want to give them that runway. You want to use it to reach out to them. You want to be able to stay top of mind. So when they say, hey, this is the time that I want to make that decision, they already know who they're going to. And you give them that nudge, you give them that push by saying the price is going up. And then you want to make sure that you hit that referral, because there's not an easier sale to get than one from somebody who's already sold. And typically people who are already sold have talked to somebody who's already benefited from it. So because they've benefited from it, they've now given you the endorsement, which is giving the other person the confidence to do business with you. It's that simple. Hey man, shout out to Kara, Miss Intermodal Queen. Thank you for stopping in this morning. I appreciate you. You've been very kind to me, and I really appreciate you. If you guys are interested in any kind of dispatching or I guess at this point freight brokering, and you want to do it in the Southeast or Southwest, she is the person to reach out to. She teaches people how to dispatch freight, which is a really cool thing. I got some trucking clients and they're doing really great, and the people who've done business with them do really great as well. And it's something you could do from home. It's something you can actually teach your kids to do. It's something that can become a family business. So if that's something that interests you, definitely, hit her up, get on her page, and learn a lot more about it, because I've seen people do really well and never have to leave their home to do it. And it's a way to get into the trucking business without having a CDL. So if you have any kind of driving issues, whether it's you're afraid to drive on the highway or you're just tired of commuting and you want to spend more time with your family and not sacrifice any of the money that you would make on a 9 to 5, that's a good way to do it. And intermodal is a great niche to kind of take advantage of. Sometimes it's just simply better to be a specialist than a generalist. So again, appreciate you stopping through. That's a free plug. So yeah, if anybody listens to it, watch it later. It's KHIRAGUILLORY. So, and again, like I said, it's something you could do without getting a CDL and still benefit from the trillions of dollars that are made in trucking every year. So thank you. Appreciate you. Back again. Thank you, Robin, for shouting out that this is some really great info. And please, when you're watching these videos, man, if you do this stuff, which you should be doing, please leave some comments so I know how it's working. So again, we can highlight you and highlight your success, as well as highlight the fact that it works to then help other people. There's way more people to help than just one or two. So if you see an opportunity to share it with somebody, if you see an opportunity to put somebody else on, please do. Because one thing that I always teach people is you only need 1,000 customers. Okay, world's full of 8 billion people, but you only need 1,000 customers. If you can get 1,000 customers to give you $500, that is $500,000. Now, if each one of those customers gives you a referral, now you're almost at or over $1 million. And if you get them to buy a second item at 500 or anywhere between 250 and 700, depending on the second item, now you're looking at almost $2 million on just 1,000 people, which is 250 a quarter. So there's no need to try to hog a lane. There's no need to try to elbow people out of the way, because if you got 1,000 people to give you 500, and then you sold them something else that was 250 to 700, now you'd be at 1.2. And if they each gave you a referral, that would put you on a path to $2 million. And as somebody who's actually done this more than once, that's kind of the way the formula breaks down. 250 a quarter, which is roughly what? Like 40, 50 sales, 25 a week, something like that. Let's see. Yeah. Because 250 would be 25 a week for 10 weeks. So it's a little less than 22 sales a week, which is like 3 a day. So if you break it down, if you're getting 3 sales a day at $500 a pop, you can do $2 million if you add in some referrals. Now, if you have a business that's not really built like that, you can still do really well. Because now it becomes a situation of you trading time. So maybe you don't have the time because you're not making a product and you're doing a service. But even if you're doing a service, you could do group trainings, or you could do webinars, or you could then videotape or add ebooks or add some other items so that it is not always just work intensive. So again, you could put out a cookbook if you're a trainer. You could put out, some videos that you could then include as an additional upsell or add-on sale to then give people something else to use when they're home. So even if you are trading time for money, there are ways to develop products to work adjacent to your time for money services. And it could be just any of the other things that people are struggling with, whether it be adding videos, whether it be doing a group webinar or a group training or something else. And as you become more successful, then you can add on other products that are directly adjacent to you. So if you become a superstar trainer, now you can write a book. Now you can do a podcast. Now you can talk about all of the secrets that you have to people who want to have the success that you've given other people. You can give them your sauce and sell your sauce, so to speak. So again, even if that math doesn't necessarily work for your particular business, there are ways to kind of bend it or twist it and customize it to whatever it is that you do. Now, with that being said, if you have any questions of any kind, leave them in the comments. You can DM me. I would prefer that you go to growingrich.com and click the Make Money Fast button. because that's going to send me an email directly to my phone, which I'm then going to send you back an email. And then we're going to set up a time and we're going to talk about your business, your marketing, your sales, where you see yourself going in the future, and how I can help you get there. And anything that you learn, grasp, or glean from that call that helps you make money, you get to keep, and it is free. So, with that being said, could it really hurt you to take a free phone call with somebody who's helped generate millions of dollars and coaches multiple CEOs? And actually, I think I got an Emmy winner as well on my roster. So, again, would it really hurt you to take a free call with me? I don't think it would. But, you know, I'm just throwing that out there. And at any point, man, this has just been another episode of Successful Marketing, Sales, and Relationships for Small Business Owners and Entrepreneurs. I am your host, Sadon Long, aka your business big bro, aka the most dangerous man in marketing. It is Friday. I am wishing everybody a great and safe weekend. Let's go out there and kick butt and make money, because ain't no reason to go into business if we ain't making no money, because that's how we take care of our families and protect ourselves from poverty. As always, it has been an honor, and I love you. Thank everybody who jumped on today. It has been an honor to be a part of your lives, even for just this 30 minutes. So have a great day, and I'm out.